Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about the triangle congruence. So when can we say that two triangles are congruent? So two triangles are congruent if their vertices can be paired so that the corresponding angles are congruent and corresponding sides are congruent. So I have drawn here two triangles with symbols and the name of the angles, okay? So if we have three vertices, therefore we have three angles, okay? And we have three sides. Okay. So for the angles, I draw curved lines. For A, I have one curved line. Let angle B is two curved lines. We have angle C, we have three curved lines. Here, angle D has one curved line. Angle E has two curved lines. And angle F has three curved lines. Okay. For the sides, side AB, one line. Side BC, two lines. Side AC, three lines. Here, side DE, one line. Side EF, two lines. And side DF, three lines. Okay. So we will name the congruent pair. Okay. So we have, let's go to the angles first. Congruent pair of angles, okay? So number one, angle A. So angle A is congruent to angle D. For number two, angle B is congruent to angle E. For number three, angle C is congruent to angle F. So these are the three pairs of angles that are congruent. So remember, you can interchange the pairings, okay? So you can write here the first pair, angle C and angle F here. So as long as the pairings are correct, okay? So don't write angle A is congruent to angle F, so that is wrong. So observe the symbols first, okay? So let's go to the sides. So side is side A, this one, side AB, okay? So side AB, and draw the symbol of segment, okay? So not a line, so this is a segment. A line has two arrows in both ends, okay? So segment because A and B has a limit distance, okay? So segment AB or side AB is congruent to here DE. Second pair, side BC is congruent to side EF. Then the third pair, side AC is congruent to side DF. Okay. So if you will ask, is it correct if I will write BA and ED, sir? Yes, it is correct, but remember that in alphabet, A is the first, yeah, right? So maybe it should be written in following the alphabet. So AB congruent to DE, right? Okay, so that's just my suggestion, or it's up to you as long as the position of each letters are correct. Okay, so for example here, if you write here A, so remember that A is congruent to D. So A is the first, and here D is the first, right? So that's the pattern or the correct way. Okay, so if you were write here C as your first, so it should be F here. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to remember. Now we are done of the congruent pairs of angles and congruent pairs of sides. Now, how to name the triangles? So just follow the angles. Okay, so you can write symbol of triangle. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, so that's how we will name the triangles. Now it could be interchange. You can write, or you can write triangle CAB is congruent to FDE, or you can write ACB is congruent to DFE. Okay, so just remember that in naming the triangles, you need to follow the position of the angles here. Okay, so if your first letter is A, remember that here A is congruent to D. So the first position here is D, okay, or the first letter. So that's one thing that you need to remember also. Okay, here if you will write CAB, so remember that C is congruent to F, so F should be here, the first letter. A is congruent to D, so D. Then B is congruent to E, so the last is E. Okay, so always remember that one. Okay, let's go to the second example. So how about if the two triangles are combined? Okay, just like this one. So in order that you will not be confused, so we can separate these two triangles. Okay, so this side AC is automatically congruent. Okay, so if we have to separate, so the first triangle is, you'll draw, so B, C, and A. So copy the symbols or markings. Okay, so remember that AC is congruent to AC, automatic. Okay, so we separate the two triangles. Okay. Now, how to name the congruent angles and congruent sides? So this time we will not name the angles in one letter only, because there we have common angles here. Okay, so first pair of angles, so I will write angle ABC, okay, congruent to here angle CDA. So how? So just follow the curved lines. Okay, 1 2 3 for ABC. Here 1 2 3 CDA. Okay, next, since we are done about 1 2 3, so we can start here. BCA, angle BCA congruent to, so BCA 2 3 1, so here 2 3 1, so D A C. Okay, next we will start here. C, angle C AB, so C 3 1 2, so here 3 1 2, so angle ACD. So that's how we'll name the angles if we have two triangles that are combined. Okay, so in the sides for the first pair here, you can write side AB is congruent to, so side AB, so 1 2, so side AB here, CD. Next pair is side BC is congruent to side DA or AD. Okay, next for number 3, or the last pair, side AC is congruent to side AC by reflexive property. Okay, so that's the correct pairings. Okay, so how to name the triangles? So just copy one of the pairings here in the angles. You can write, therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Okay, or you can say triangle BCA is congruent to triangle DAC, or triangle CAB is congruent to triangle ACD. Okay, let's go for the third example. So we have this figure. So we have to separate the two triangles. So the first triangle, we have this one, LMN. So LMN. And we have this kind of symbol. So it represents a right angle. So if we have a right angle, so therefore this kind of triangle is called right triangle. Okay, and this measures 90 degrees. So angle M measures 90 degrees. So it simply forms a letter L. Okay, for the second triangle, we have ONM. So ONM also is a right triangle. Okay, so this is the two triangles. Now here MN is the common side, so therefore this one and this one are congruent. Okay, so let's go first to the angles. So since they are combined, so we will name the angles in 3 vertices or 3 letters. So angle LMN, so LMN is has 90 degrees. So here it should be paired in angle ONM. Okay, next pair we have M and L. M and L is congruent to NMO. And the last pair, angle MLN so MLN here NOM. Okay, so again, angle LMN congruent to ONM. Next, MNL congruent to NMO. Then MLN congruent to NOM. So notice that in the middle, these are the vertices. So make sure that the vertices are the 3 letters. So there's no redundancy, okay? So M and L. Here, NMO. So these are the 3 angles. For the sides, So the first side is, you can go to the common sides. So here, so MN is congruent to side MN by reflexive property. Okay. Next, we have LM is congruent to ON. And the last pair, LN is congruent to OM. Okay. So you wonder why there are less markings or symbols. Okay. So in your next topic, so you will discuss why there's no symbol. Then we automatically name LM, LN is congruent to OM. Okay, why? Because LN, its opposite angle is M, 90 degrees. Okay, so therefore here N and M are congruent. So since they are congruent, so their opposite sides are also congruent. Okay, so again, so for example, this is angle M and its opposite side is side LN. Here, angle N, its opposite side is side OM. So therefore, these sides LN and side OM are also congruent. Okay, so you will discuss it more in our next topics. Okay. So now let's go to the triangle. So therefore, so again, you can name the triangle based on the angles. So just change the symbols. Triangle LMN is congruent to triangle ONM. For number 4, we have this problem. Form the two congruent triangles and determine the corresponding congruent parts. So you have the given. Side AM is congruent to side BX. Side MR is congruent to side XY. And side AR is congruent to side BY. So first, you will draw two triangles. So just simple triangles. Okay, so side AM is congruent to side BX. So we can write here, side AM is congruent to side BX. Then side MR, second pair, is congruent to side XY. Therefore, side AR is congruent to side BY. So the third pair. So just as simple as that. Now for the angles, based on our figure, so we have this angle A. Angle A is congruent to angle B. Angle M is congruent to angle X. And angle R is congruent to angle Y. Okay, so very simple. So how to name the two triangles? So you can say, therefore, triangle AMR is congruent to triangle BXY.